The value of the authorized retaliation is consistent with the value of the case. You're talking about billions and billions of dollars of aircraft sold from both sides. So it's natural that that is going to be a large number. It's just doing its job. What the WTO does is it's doing its job. They brought cases against each other. Those cases end up, if there is no implementation of the findings, in retaliation, authorized sanctions bilaterally. The Airbus case is still, the Boeing case is still coming up. My experience has been these things are better solved through negotiations rather than litigation. The litigation is important because it kind of sets the stage for the negotiations. But I hope that the parties will sit down, talk, and find a negotiated solution, because the last thing we need at this point in time is an escalation of tariff barriers and trade restrictions.
No, indeed. And on that topic, does it concern you that the response nowadays out of economies is to put up trade barriers when they don't like policies enacted by other countries? Shouldn't they, in theory, be going through the WTO?
That's the problem that I said of the domino effect from the beginning, when I saw those tariffs being imposed in, let's say, unorthodox ways. The tendency is that others respond to that. You cannot expect that you're going to do something and impose tariffs and barriers, etc., and everybody else is going to sit down quietly and applaud. They're going to respond. And as they respond, then there is a counter-response and a counter-response, and so on and so forth. And that's an escalation that needs to change. You know, we need to set another dynamic here.
I want to ask you about Brexit, but I'm going to ask you a true or false question, if that's okay. The UK can trade on WTO terms on day one of a no-deal Brexit. True or false?
True.
They can. And under GATT 24, there's a clause that stipulates that the UK can still operate under zero tariffs with the EU so long as there are discussions taking place for a free trade agreement over the course of 10 years. Are you confident that both sides would be open to that type of clause being triggered?
That's a question that should be put to them. Article 24 requires an agreement. So even to invoke Article 24, the two sides need to have an agreement in place. What Article 24 does, it says, if you do have an agreement, you will have time to implement that agreement. But if there is no agreement, then the Article 24 would not apply, by definition.
When you look at your baseline economic scenarios, and obviously you just published your trade report last week, what is your baseline scenario for the UK and its future relationship with the EU?
We don't do it on a country-specific basis. We do regions in general, something like that. Clearly, a non-negotiated outcome would not benefit either side. So there would be an impact, economic impact on both sides, because trade would be somehow disrupted. It will not stop, but there will be consequences to that, more barriers, more tariffs, and those things impact negatively on the economy.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.